Hello, Ben Ikari. The topic for today is Ogoni must not be the sacrificial lamb. Enough of that. Ogoni must not be the sacrificial lamb. And this is coming on the eve of the Ogoni People's Congress that is scheduled for tomorrow in Bori, the traditional headquarters of the Ogoni people. Therefore, this message is directed at the great or to the great Ogoni people, especially the Ogoni youths, whose today and tomorrow will be affected whether the end decision or result is for oil resumption or not. Therefore, to the Ogoni people, to the Ogoni youths in particular, as you prepare to attend the meeting, the Congress tomorrow, remember that Ogoni has given so much to Nigeria and has received nothing in return but pollution, environmental degradation, and death. 32 years after January 4th, 1993, Nigeria completely ignored the Ogoni people. You know the story. Therefore, do not be distracted. Do not be fooled by the noise about Bori State, the possibility for the creation of a Bori State. If a Bori State is created and is exclusively a state for the Ogoni people, it is a welcome development. That will be our midday call. That will be the political autonomy of the Ogoni people. An arrangement that will allow the Ogoni people to control, manage their political, socio-economic, and cultural affairs, just like other people in the country are doing. Political autonomy is not new to Nigeria. You should know that as you go into the Congress tomorrow. And no other group has been invaded, terrorized, killed, hanged, and their villages, communities ransacked, sacked, and up till date, some Ogonis have not been able to return to their communities, especially in places around the Thai area, the Afam, Oloko, and all of that area where Ogoni people used to inhabit before Nigeria's shell invasion. And so we have to bear that in mind. Please, let the unity that has sustained us to this day continue. I must appreciate the effort of every Ogoni person, because without the unity that has been shown, has been demonstrated, we wouldn't have achieved the success so achieved to this point where the Ogoni oil has remained untapped, even though we are hearing through eavesdrop that, Nigerian officials and the oil companies have been, stealing the oil. Lastly, if Bori State, assuming Bori State is created and it is a state that involves or include other people around or surrounding or, as Ogoni neighbors, is also a welcome development, but it is not the mid-acre type situation. It is not the political autonomy that the Ogoni Bill of Rights demands as of right. Because what the Bill of Rights demands is not something that is new. I have said it in my other videos, and it is a common, a matter of fact that other people who are not more ethnic than Ogoni or more human than the Ogonis, they have multiple states, right? All Ogoni is asking for is one. If Ogoni will continue to give oil to Nigeria and gas, therefore, as you go into that Congress tomorrow, listen carefully to what the committee would say. And then, if the need arises, speak your mind freely about the demands of the Ogoni people. No state for the Ogoni people specifically, no oil. It's as simple as that. Because if you belittle yourself, if Ogonis belittle themselves, if Ogonis feel that they are not good enough for a state of their own, but their oil is good enough to create multiple states for other people, then the fault will be Ogonis. And like I said before, the injustice that will come next following that ill-conceived decision, if Ogonis agree to resume oil production without having a state specifically for the Ogoni people, then the injustice, the pollution, the degradation, all of the issues that would come following that will be self-imposed, will be created by the Ogoni people. Therefore, I cannot end this by not thanking you, all the Ogoni people. It is your strength, it is your unity that has brought Ogoni this far. And Nigeria understands that Ogoni is serious because it is a matter of justice, it is a matter of equity, it is a matter of freedom to manage, to control, to govern the interests of Ogoni, the plight of Ogoni, the affairs of Ogoni in Nigeria, just like several other people are doing. Right? All the states in the East are Igbos and are controlled and managed by the Igbos. All the states in the West are controlled and managed by the Yorubas. All the states in the core North, Hausa Fulanis, control them all and manage them. Most of these states were made possible by Ogoni, Ijaw, and other people in Niger Delta's oil. Ogoni cannot continue to be that sacrificial lamb. It is time Ogoni benefit from his oil directly as an oil-producing state. 35 years of oil production in Ogoni with nothing to show for it but death and pollution. And Ogoni continue to allow high-pressure pipelines, the Trans-Niger pipeline, conveying oil to Bonny terminals. Ogoni hosts the refinery. It hosts the petrochemical. But Ogonis are not in charge or controlling any of that. People from far and near, especially people from the north. I don't have anything against the north, but people from the north, they are in charge of oil sector, yet there is no oil in the north. That is injustice. Somebody will sit in the north and be collecting billions of dollars for oil that is all the way in the Niger Delta. That is injustice. That is wrong. So as you go into that Congress tomorrow, bear all of this in mind and know that Ogoni has a strong case for justice. I wish you all a peaceful, successful Congress tomorrow. Thank you so very much for all of your effort at keeping Ogoni strong, united, and committed to the cause for political autonomy for the Ogoni people as prescribed in the Ogoni Bill of Rights, which simply means a state for the Ogoni people that will allow the Ogoni people control, manage their political, socio-economic, and cultural affairs, and will also allow the Ogoni people to strengthen whatever laws, whatever policies, whatever safeguards. In short, Ogoni would work with the federal government and whatever oil company that will be lucky to be allowed when the time comes, when a state has been created for the Ogoni people. Ogonis will sit down and would work out modalities, safeguards that will ensure that oil spills are prevented, pollution is prevented, and when there is spill, because of course oil spill comes with oil production, even in the West, although it is not rampant in the West. When it happens, the safeguards, the instrument is there to ensure that the proper thing, best practice based on international standard, is carried out, is undertaken. That is the importance and benefit of a state for the Ogoni people. Not to talk of the jobs the state will create. Not to talk of the fact that it will take away a huge chunk, about half, if not more, of the issues of the Niger Delta people. Therefore, my people, thank you. And may Benekawa Bari Ogoni ayone iton atane deba sa adoko yubeketon yon eli alu afelo lele de mide ko ndo ya piogoni ndabwe wuga be ni kare